What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is tonibryanne, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the problem with kid influencers. This video in particular is a video I've wanted to do for a while, especially with the increase of kid influencers within the past decade. It seems like every single day you're seeing some little girl that is trying to be an influencer. And though I think the path of content creation is giving children an outlet to express what they like to do, it also comes with a dark path, and in this video we're going to be discussing that dark path. Of course, in all my videos, as you guys know, I like to do a quote of the day and a verse of the day, which I have forgotten to do in the past few videos, but we're going to do it in this one. Today's quote of the day is, "I am confident that my difficult days are ending and I am finding joy again." Today's verse of the day is Ephesians chapter 4 verse 2, and it reads, "Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love." And here's a word from today's sponsor. All right, y'all, after having a very long flight yesterday, I finally got time to get my apartment cleaned today and also get some work done. And I just got some food delivered to me just now because I did not feel like cooking. So what better way than to unwind with some wine? So I'm a person that has still yet to find their favorite wine. I'm always trying new and different wines. I might have a favorite wine this week and then the next week it's something completely different. That is when Bright Cellars comes to play. So excited, my big old package of my next batches of wine just came in right in time. Wine used to be fun, but somewhere along the line, traditional wine culture made it unnecessarily intimidating and exclusive, which makes it difficult for some people to learn what kinds of wine they love. And with Bright Cellars, this is quite simple. All you have to do is join the 3 million people that took their online quiz that matched them with wines they're guaranteed to love. Then your wine gets delivered, you enjoy the wine, and then you customize it to whichever wines of that batch were your favorite. They provide such a wide variety of different wines that will lead you into finding the wine that is for you. And each box comes with wine education cards for each bottle that outlines the tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperatures, and the origin of the wine. I'm so excited personally because this month I'm going to have a few girls over to celebrate me leaving my apartment. It's not really a celebration, but you know, just soaking in the last few minutes in my first ever home. We definitely will be indulging in some girl chat and wine, hanging by the pool, and just hanging out in the apartment. I truly love this brand and what they value and how they're going to help so many people learn a little bit more about whatever they're indulging in. And supporting Bright Cellars does indeed help with continuing this channel. You guys all know this is my baby, and I could never continue posting content without you guys, of course, and my sponsors. So I thank all of you. And as a thank you to you guys that are watching, Bright Cellars is offering an amazing discount code to my subscribers and viewers. Thanks, Bright Cellars, for giving my followers their first 6-bottle subscription box, usually at $150 plus, for just $60. Click the link in the description box to take the quiz and get started with Bright Cellars today. And with that, I'll be sipping a glass of Sauvignon Blanc from Bright Cellars in today's video. And without further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
So if you guys may have noticed, in most of my videos, I do like to start off with the definition of whatever I'm speaking of, just so you guys see there is no bias in what points I'm making. According to Wikipedia, a kid influencer is someone under the age of 18 who have built or are building a presence on social media platforms, creating content to generate views and engagements that is often sponsored. With these numerous sponsors and views these children are getting through being a kid influencer, their families are benefiting with a significant amount of wealth. And most of these kids have a bit more of an expensive lifestyle than the average child, along with their parents. A couple years ago, kid influencer Kaji caught a lot of attention when people found out the amount of money he was making. At just 11 years old, Kaji has an estimated net worth of $100 million. And you can only imagine that his parents are significantly benefiting from this mass profit. Ryan's mass following is on YouTube. He has a channel called Ryan's World, and he has an estimated 35 million followers on that platform. You can see him doing toy reviews, fun challenges, DIY projects, vlogs, and so much more. And when a lot of parents were seeing the amount of money Ryan was making, they wanted to make it beneficial for their child to become an influencer. Which is why today you see a lot of kids having Instagram profiles before they have even left the hospital, which means these kids have been working all of their lives. So I can only imagine that it can be very strenuous on their little body. bodies. People like Elle Lively from the Ace family already has millions of followers on her Instagram page. With over 4 million followers at just 6 years old, you can only imagine the amount of sponsorship deals that she can get and that her parents can benefit from. As we all know, the Ace family has definitely gone under lots of scandal in recent years, and they are not very popular among the mass public. The bulk of their following definitely came from their children, people wanting to see their children growing up. And what may seem innocent and non-exploitative can quickly turn into that when you see how much lack of privacy these children are getting. Another child, Everly from the LeBrant family, she already has a YouTube channel as well. This is another family that tends to exploit their children by constantly posting them in every single move they make. She's another one that has almost 4 million followers on her platform, specifically YouTube. There is no telling who is looking at this content. We can assume and guess it's just children or maybe even women, but there's a lot of predators that are looking at these young girls and waiting for them to grow up. Some aren't even waiting for them to grow up at that point, which is still sickening. In this video, we're going to be honing in on the effects of being a kid influencer and what these young girls who are seemingly innocent can turn into when they become teenagers due to them being exposed at such an early age. And the first person we're going to start with is Piper Rockelle. Piper Rockelle is a 15-year-old kid influencer, soon to be 16 in a week, I believe. She is most known for her popular YouTube channel that has amassed over 11 million subscribers, where she posts a wide array of pranks, challenges, and just overall fun videos. However, a lot of this fun content that Piper posts is very exploitative, especially for a girl her age. In many of her videos, she's wearing crop tops, she's wearing tight clothes, little shorts, bikinis, and it's very shocking given she is just 15 and her channel has been going on for several years at this point. She has videos titled "I kissed my ex-boyfriend and got caught" and "Who knows me better, my boyfriend versus my ex." And the most shocking video that I've seen on her channel, and I think it's actually her most popular video, is a video that has to do with dating apps that was created when she was just 12 years old. The video was titled "Tinder in Real Life. My crush reacts to dating game. He cheats."
And I got a bunch of kids to come today to play Tinder in Real Life.
These are all very much adult video ideas and concepts, and the fact that she is posting this content is extremely alarming. But Piper is just a victim of this. I mean, she is 15 years old. She's just a child. And clear as day, the mother behind this channel is now being sued for sexually exploiting numerous children, not just her daughter. Tiffany Smith, Piper's mom, is now being sued for over $22 million by 11 different children that she's worked with. These children are claiming that Tiffany abused them sexually, emotionally, and physically. So all the children that are now suing Piper's mom, Tiffany, were once a part of Piper's squad.
I brought my whole entire squad.
Piper's squad were just a bunch of children that were featured on Piper's account on her YouTube page. They were in all the challenges, fun videos, pranks, and all of that. These kids are alleging Tiffany put them in inappropriate situations by pretending that they had romantic crushes on the channel just to fool a bunch of their audience. And disgustingly enough, there was an 147-page document of claims that were made. And in those claims, it said some of this. The plaintiffs described Smith as a mean-spirited control freak and alleged she made comments about children's genitalia, shouted obscene and sexual graphic remarks at them, encouraged them to be sexy and sexually aggressive in videos posted on Piper's YouTube channel.
All of our innocence was just swiped from us.
She would like run around and say sexual things to you.
Were you ever asked to pose provocatively or to wear things you were uncomfortable wearing?
Oh yeah, Tiffany would always tell me to go up into Piper's closet and get something that's more tight and revealing.
Sophie, how old were you when you were asked to dress provocatively?
I believe I was 11 or 12.
There's like being overly sexualized at a young age, and being told to say things, do things, wear things for the appeal of YouTube and for people to click on it more, which is just absolutely disgusting.
The same kids allege that Tiffany touched them inappropriately by touching them on their legs, their thighs, and their butts. And one of the children alleged that Tiffany told them that she was mailing out her daughter Piper's underwear to an older male. And this male allegedly liked to sniff children's underwear. And it was for a pretty penny. It's extremely preposterous and exploitative to even suggest that your child, if this is in case true, be comfortable enough to send over a pair of underwear to a grown man to fulfill his sexual fantasies and desires. That is absolutely repulsive and disgusting, if it in fact is true. Now, in addition to those disgusting allegations, some of the children are also stating that they were not paid for their time, their effort, and their likeness while they were on Piper's channel. And they spent a lot of time creating content for Piper's channel. Each of the kids are asking for an estimated $2 million, which totals to $22 million. And they're asking for this money from both Tiffany and her boyfriend Hunter, and they identify Hunter as the director and editor of Piper's channel. Some of the children's parents who are on this lawsuit have stated that their child has now dealt with lots of harassment and bullying from being on Piper's channel. And they said the effects of them being on the channel has led to an immense amount of trauma. I'm not even shocked that these allegations were made, and just from these children saying all these things, I can only imagine what Piper is going through every single day. Everything that glitters is not always gold. I'm sure anybody that sees Piper's channel, they see the amount of views she gets, they see the amount of subscribers she has, they would be like, wow, she's living the dream. But I'm almost certain that is not the case at all. I can almost guarantee you that Piper is the breadwinner within the family, so she is being put to work. And once again, this is why I say being a content creator is a job, because when you're always having to be on camera and be on go, that's work. You have no time to yourself. That is a full-time job. It's work. And even them being put in uncomfortable situations at such a young age can only be a detriment to what they will fully become as an adult. Once again, these are just all allegations. I know the trial began in April 2023, so a few months ago. I am unsure what the outcome of the case has been. I haven't seen any updates, but I am hoping justice is indeed served. Moving on to Danielle Khan. Now, Danielle Khan was the center of so much controversy about 3 to 4 years ago. Everybody was talking about her, and not in the most positive light. Danielle Khan has over 6 million followers on Instagram and 1.4 million on YouTube. She's also known as one of the biggest TikTok stars with over 19 million followers. Now, it is unclear who these followers are. People can think they're children, but once again, you will never know who is behind an account. It could be a 6-year-old or an 81-year-old man that has a pretty profile picture. So Danielle definitely has a major following, but the big issue with Danielle and why she's so susceptible to public ridicule is the fact that people aren't really sure of how old this girl is. In her prime, which I would say is like between 2018 to 2020, there were always allegations of her being between the ages of 12 to 14. But her father did come out when he was exposing her mother for exploiting their daughter that she was 13, and that was back in 2020. So if she was indeed 13 and her father was indeed telling the truth, that means that Danielle is probably about 16, 17 today. But Danielle then and Danielle now does not act as a child.
Insane! Oh my god! Oh, she is hot. Bro.
A lot of the photos she posts on her Instagram account are very suggestive and promiscuous, along with the videos posted on her TikTok. She's always in bikinis, showing a lot of skin. She dressed as a Playboy bunny on her YouTube channel. She has a lot of inappropriate captions underneath her photos and TikToks, and it leads people to believe, where are the parents in this? So according to Danielle's father, he has not really been in Danielle's life since she was 10 years old, and that is due to her mother having prime custody of the child. And he said since Danielle has left their care, Danielle has kind of done whatever she's wanted to do, and her mother has supported it. And if her father is indeed telling the truth from these allegations he made in a Facebook post, it's not shocking because Danielle's mother is in a lot of Danielle's content, even reacting to photos in Danielle's camera roll that are very inappropriate. And she knows that these photos would have been shown to millions of people because her daughter was making a YouTube video showing her these photos.
Whoa there, Danny! In Hawaii. Who took this picture?
Tati.
Your booty's hanging out. Do you think it's appropriate?
That's why I didn't post it.
Yeah, you look a little like a 18-year-old girl in this picture. Okay, let me scroll. Oh, there's more Hawaii pictures. Whoa. What is that one? How old do you think you are?
Me, sun-kissed by the sun.
Your booty's hanging out.
That's why I didn't post it.
Oh my God, Danny. What are you thinking?
What?
You can't be doing stuff like that.
It's on my private photos.
Yeah, but it's still bad. You can't be doing stuff like that.
And with Danielle's age always being up in the air, it is very clear that Danielle's mother is benefiting from her daughter being a kid influencer. I mean, if you look at the views she used to get primarily back in the day, she had to have been making 6 figures or more on that channel. And along with that, she also has sponsors. And one of the sponsors that she has dealt with is an energy drink called Bang. What's crazy about this company that she worked with was that she was probably about 12 or 13 years old. Once again, we don't know Danielle's true age, but if we look at the timeline, she had to have been an estimated 12, 13. The funny thing about this brand is that they don't even recommend people under 18 drinking their beverage, yet they're working with a 12-year-old influencer. And I'm sure they had to know her age because whenever you are a kid influencer, you have to have a legal guardian that looks at any contract you're signing. So say they did know her age and were like, you know what, we're still gonna collaborate with this girl because she has a big following. This just shows how children are exploited within media. People think this is just a kid actor in Hollywood thing. No, these children that are on these social media platforms are being exploited like crazy as well. Even worse though, because this is their everyday life. They're not on a set. Their set is their childhood bedroom. Their set is their house. Their set is any activity they do. So they're constantly working, and brands take advantage of their youth and their likeliness in order to promote their products, which is incredibly wrong. One of Danielle's most shocking videos definitely had to be when she did a gender reveal with her boyfriend at the time. So her boyfriend, Mikey Twa, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, he was allegedly 17 years old dating a 13-year-old child at this time, which is insane, but regardless of which, she did a gender reveal video with him, and she later said that it was a prank, which is so incredibly insensitive to the amount of women that can't have children, but that's besides the point.
Hey guys, it's Danielle here, back with another video. I'm currently at my gender reveal party.
3,
Wait.
2, 1. I can't do it.
That was great timing, guys!
Wait.
Oh, wait, okay. Are you guys ready? This is the other kid that we're having.
What the heck does this say?
Okay.
It says,
You've
been pranked. Happy
We didn't mean to offend anyone. If you got offended or if you looked at it in a wrong way, that's definitely not what we were trying to do. We were just trying to make a fun video.
It's the fact that her mother, who is behind the channel most likely, that is allowing her daughter to post this type of content and date boys so much older than her. She gave the green light for this content going up, or even if Danielle did this on her own, her mother allowed the content to stay on the channel. And even though that's the most insane video to me, she has other content of her boyfriend picking out her best outfit or rating her outfits and her friends doing it too. And the outfits are typically promiscuous and not age appropriate, but the content continues to be posted. As I stated, Danielle's popularity has definitely gone down a bit, and who knows, is it because she's getting older that she's not getting the same attention she did? That's another red flag, but she still is posting a lot. She has yet another boyfriend. We've seen her kind of tied to a lot of boys as she's risen to fame as a kid influencer, but her content has not shifted in terms of her being more appropriate, well, age appropriate, should I say. And once again, all in the starlights of being famous, Danielle has definitely suffered from a lot of ridicule and online harassment and bullying just to be a kid influencer. Child, I'm gonna need a sip to that. The next kid influencer we're going to be speaking on is Aya Tenhali. Once again, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Aya has recently reached a lot of headlines due to her being in a certain video with a certain somebody and doing certain things that people don't consider to be appropriate for a child her age. Yes, she's a child. 16-year-old Aya has had a social media presence for quite some time now. When I saw this little girl was born in 2007, girl, my jaw dropped. That's insane. She is very young. Like 2007 babies are 16. That's my little cousin's age, my god sister. Like, that was my baby when I was a baby. Y'all, we're getting old. Mind you, I'm only 22, but still, we're getting old. What the heck? But yes, Aya has over 6 million followers on TikTok, and on her Instagram account, she has over 1 million followers on there as well. So some attention has started circulating around Aya due to her being in a new Ice Spice video. So Ice Spice recently dropped her very much anticipated video to her song Deli, and people started looking around at the people that were, featured in the video, and they noticed a very familiar face. And that familiar face was Aya, and she was doing a lot of inappropriate moves in that music video. Aya is seen twerking on all fours in a few clips, and it definitely was cringy to see. Many fans and social media users were quick to highlight the fact that Aya was in this video, and they were alarmed by the fact that she was in this video. Ice Spice has been getting dragged up and down all over the blogs on Instagram about her choice of putting Aya in the video. But y'all, this is not Aya's first rodeo of being fresh, okay? Now, I'm not saying Ice Spice should not be held accountable, but Aya was Aya before she was in this Ice Spice video. Aya has always posted very sexually promiscuous and suggestive photos. She posts inappropriate TikTok videos. She's constantly twerking, singing inappropriate song lyrics. She just overall is very much grown, okay? The girl acts grown, though she just turned 16. Like, she literally just turned 16 not too long ago. Some of these photos and clips of her twerking are filmed while she's in her high school. Yes, high school. She has barely made it through halfway of her high school career, yet she's posting content like this. But that's my point. This is not all of Ice Spice's fault. This all goes back to the parent or parents. They are allowing their daughter to post this content. They're okay with it, and it's clear as day they have to be because, her mother has been in videos smacking her daughter's butt, encouraging her to twerk, and laughing in the video. So I'd say her parents are always giving the green light. And in order for Aya to be in a video like Deli, well, any music video, she's going to need someone to sign off for her to do that opportunity because she is underage and she needs a guardian because she is a child. And being that Aya is most likely the breadwinner within their family, yeah, they probably gave her the green light to be in the video and they're okay with her being seen as a sexual object. With her being an influencer and gaining mass popularity on all of her social media platforms that she's created, she is going to be growing up a little bit quicker because she has to kind of keep up with the Joneses. All of the girls that look similar to Aya, predominantly in the Black and Hispanic communities, have a very particular look. Aya is just trying to adapt to that and be grown up, and it's normal for young girls wanting to do that, which I'll speak about a little bit later. Young girls want to be grown. They want to grow up. That's normal for a 16 to 17-year-old. But that's when mommy and daddy step in and say, hey, baby girl, you got to slow it down. But with her being influenced by other influencers that are older than her, she's going to behave as this. And her parents are going to take these opportunities for their daughter to be in these videos and to take these photos and do these sponsorship deals for clothing lines that are mainly for adult women to wear. They're going to do that because the money is talking. And that gets into my next and final young kid influencer, Alabama Barker. And it's funny because Alabama and Aya have beef. They don't like each other. They're arguing over the same man. Guys. The joys of being a teenager, huh? So 17-year-old Alabama Barker is the daughter of drummer Travis Barker and the stepdaughter of Kourtney Kardashian. She has amassed quite a following. I think a lot of the following really stemmed from her being affiliated with the Kardashian family. I only heard about her because of her dad being with Kourtney. But yes, she has a lot of followers. Alabama has almost 2 million followers on Instagram and 4 million followers on TikTok. Similar to Aya and the other kid influencers I spoke on, Alabama has been called out for several years for constantly being grown, should I say. Many people have noticed Alabama's sexually promiscuous photos she posts, her singing sexually explicit lyrics, her wearing very revealing clothing, and just overall acting as if she's in her 20s when in reality she was like 14, 15 years old. And yes, I know Alabama's 17 now, but she's been doing this for a very long time. From as young as like 12, 13, Alabama has photos in tight clothing and crop tops. It just got worse as she's gotten gotten older because it's normal for 16 to 17-year-olds to want to be grown, like I said, when it came to Aya. And let me just say this is what I was talking about earlier. I get it. I'm not naive. When I was 16, 17 years old, I was trying to be grown too. I was trying to post my little body. You know, I was getting a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I was, you know, you're feeling yourself. That's normal. That's very normal, okay? Like, y'all, I was a teenager when the social media influencer career path came out, okay? Like, that's when all the influencers were coming about. So trust and believe, I get it, okay? Been there, done that. But that's when you have parents, the adults in your life that step in and tell you, baby girl, you need to chill because you're going to regret this when you're older. I already know Alabama is going to make a TikTok Get Ready With Me or whatever social media platform is popular at the time when she's like 22, 23 years old saying how much she regrets the type of stuff that she posted. Instead, now she just calls everybody that tells her to slow down oldies. But I guess 21 is the new oldie age. It is what it is. But a lot of people, mainly adult strangers, try to tell Alabama to slow down. But it's clear as day, no one in her personal life is speaking to her and telling her to chill. I mean, her dad and her stepmom are constantly liking the photos she posts on Instagram, and they're not the most appropriate. And even some of the captions are questionable. Oh, the photo I'm looking for, it seems she deleted it, but the caption says he wants to sponsor my act bad. But that's not just the only caption that she's had that is a little bit grown. She has captions like, bees talking all that rah-rah, I don't feel it though. He got all these bees that don't weigh up to one of me. He gonna leave you right now if you mention me. Treat your exes like they enemies. Bad bee, I'm doing my numbers. I feel you in my mind. Like there's just a lot that she posts that are more adult captions. And before y'all even try it by saying, but she's 17. 17 is still a child. You're a child, you're a child, you're a child. Even when you're 18, 19, you're a child. I'm 22 and damn it, I'm still a child too. I'm still figuring out life. I'm still making mistakes. It's a child. 17 is a baby, okay? Yes, you look older. Yes, you can do more things. Yes, you can drive a car. You can do these things. That's amazing. But you're still a child. Your brain is not fully developed. I mean, our brains don't fully develop until we're 25 years old. And it's clear as day that Alabama is influenced as well by the Black community. Heavily influenced by the Black community, might I say. Just judging from the clothes she wears, the people she hangs out with, the boys and men she dates, because allegedly she does date guys a little bit older than her, which is technically illegal, but that's besides the point. They're all Black and she tends to chase after rappers. So I can see that she's heavily influenced by Black culture. And even her using the caption, he want to sponsor my act bad, that's Carisha from the City Girls, who is very prevalent in the Black culture, especially when it comes to Black women and young girls. She's influenced, okay? And I don't think there's anything wrong with being influenced or liking and admiring a certain culture, but she clearly is very much indulged in it. And I think she's going to regret this when she gets a bit older, kind of what's going on with Kylie Jenner. Kylie is now turning into her white woman era versus being a rapper baby mama. So with her being in the spotlight and being a kid influencer, it's going to be a part of her digital footprint for life, okay? Alabama's also constantly in online beef and has a long list of guys that she's dated. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, y'all. Don't even get me started, please. But this just shows she has a very lengthy digital footprint that's going to follow her throughout her entire life. Her parents are holding their daughter susceptible to online bullying, harassment, and ridicule for not limiting what she is posting online. Because we all know she will indeed regret this as she gets older. Like, she probably will. All of the dumb mistakes she's making right now as a child is just gonna haunt her because of this. I mean, Alabama has already deleted and privated her TikTok and Instagram accounts several times, deleting photos, crying and asking why so many people hate her at such a young age, and it's because of the action she's making right now. Nobody deserves to be bullied, do not get me wrong, but like I said, her parents can limit the amount of bullying that she has to deal with by helping her to not post so much and not talk about her life so much online. But no one is doing that because it's like, oh my gosh, my daughter is making probably millions off of this kid influencer thing, or she could potentially make millions from it. So just overall, with everyone I spoke on, being a kid influencer is not all that it's cracked up to be. These kids are going to have to deal with a lengthy digital footprint, 1. 2, they have to deal with their parents that are most likely exploiting and abusing them. And 3, these kids are forced to grow up so fast. Now, there's a whole additional list of what the problem with kid influencers is, but when these parents are starting their children at 5, 6 years old, they will turn 15, 16, 17 and be rushing to grow up. They'll turn into the Ayas, the Danielle Kahns, the Alabama Barkers, because they are all underneath the lens of social media. Everybody's watching their every move. everybody's expecting them to be perfect. Everyone is expecting them to live up to a certain standard. And that's something that they're always going to have to deal with. All of these girls are beautiful and they have so much to look forward to with life, but they're being forced to rush it because they're a kid influencer. Now, I'm not saying being a kid influencer should be eradicated completely. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're monitoring, not exploiting, and giving your child the proper attention, allowing your child to be a kid influencer can be beneficial for them in the future. But unfortunately, more times than none, a lot of these kids are being exploited and abused in the light of being an influencer. All right, y'all, that is the end of today's video. But of course, as always, I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on being a kid influencer? Do you think that it should be illegal? What precautions should be put in place? Let's get the discussion going in the comments. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all in my very next video. I love you guys so very much. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment. Come get close like you own it. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release all